and this is a test for the LG, uh, what is it called? The LG Power. So there's a couple of versions of this phone out. Sunrise, something else, and this is the LG Power, which is kind of the medium to high-end version of it, even though they're all around the same price, which is about 90 bucks. Though on eBay you can get one for 69, so 60 to 100 bucks, whatever. 1 gig RAM, and it also runs what do you call it? Android 5.1. So this is a really huge scene with a multi-layered, multi-textured terrain. I need to actually make this touch control a little bit bigger because I'm having issues controlling the area, or that's just a bump in the ground I can't pass. This is a Unity asset. I need to actually convert it over to the native engines format. That's a ship in the background. So I'm actually going to be converting this guy over to MS3D, which is Milkshape 3D, which is a modeling format for a particular engine. Yeah, it looks like I'm hitting certain ground texture, ground. The bounding box is not so perfect. This was an early demo, but I don't know if you can see it. There's grass, so it's rendering transparencies. On older last gen 4.0 to 4.5, 4.7, anything with the 4-point range and older of Android would have issues with this engine. And then this engine was modified to run 5.0 Android and newer, so it takes better care of how textures are rendered, how stuff is rendered, and with Android 5.0, it's just they wrote it better. Now, the only thing we had issues with is that we decided to do something kind of stupid, and on these 3 little blocks, it looks like one is actually 3. Each one had a 2K texture. We wanted to actually see if it would load it up. Before this game actually loaded up, it gave us a error, a RAM error saying, hey, you don't have enough memory to run this. So everything else is rendered except for the 2K textures, which it had issues pulling because we use a custom PNG and JPEG, our own format to run these. Except for everything else. Everything else that you see is normal. That's just an issue with the texture, ground texture. We didn't add a softening area over there. So this is all raw. This is just to see, what it looks. Put down some ground texture, some grass, some assets. Put some hills in the background. And then the next phase would basically be to replace this character with an animated one. Add in some more assets in the background that the character would mess with. So you would add trees, you would probably add some pickups, some UI elements, probably some weapons that he would use in enemy R2. So they would stay in an idle phase, and then they would only attack if he got near or when they were attacked. And then we were going to add a building in the background or a loading bay area over there to where you would have to go over there, go into the scene, go into the area, and voila, you're done. So we're thinking about playing around with this for a tutorial series for Android. Also playing around with a PC, FPS tutorial. We've actually partnered up with a couple of asset creators to help us with this, since we do a bunch of tutorials for you guys. So yeah, we're starting to look for other guys to help with creating tutorials. So basically a whole channel mashup dealing with Unity, Unreal, and a lot of stuff. So we'll also be including Construct 2, some coding stuff, and all that stuff. So currently talking with some other guys to join the channel for tutorials, or just to create a new channel where we just do a bunch of joint stuff. Don't know about that. Doing a bunch of reviews, But yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy this. We've actually partnered up with 3D RT, who is a 3D modeling a site that does game applications. So they actually gave us a code to get to you guys. So the link will be down below. So if you see any of the assets that you like within the our tutorials, those are from him. Well, not these. This guy, and it's really kind of fuzzy, is not from 3DRT. It's from the Unity asset site. So yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Sorry if it's a bit fuzzy, but we just wanted to show you a bit of some video, and I hopefully will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.